When I was 17, I spent a year in the United States. And I remember my first day at school. It was a huge school. It was more than 2,500 students. I didn't feel comfortable with the language yet. I didn't understand much. And I was super proud during lunch because I found the Mensa, I found food, I found the tray. And I was walking through the Mensa with my tray, and I found a free place at a table where I sat down, and I started eating. And what I recognized was that when I sat down at that table, nobody was talking anymore. Nobody was looking at me, but nobody said anything to me. Just stopped talking, just looking at me. There was one volleyball colleague that came up to me and she said, Steffi, just to give you a hint, don't ever sit on the black table again, because this is not putting a good light on you. That not only made me angry, but that reminded me of something that was so deeply rooted from back in my childhood days when I was excluded from being a soccer player because I was a girl. This understanding and concept in our society that there's me and the others, and that there are things that you have access to or you don't because you have a certain gender, a certain skin color, a certain background with a certain religion or ethical background or whatever it is. It includes you or it excludes you from groups, from belonging, from society. So the question is, what happens to the kids that do not fulfill all that? They fall behind. And the bad thing is that they do not only fall behind, but they think they fall behind because they're not good enough or they do not have a talent. What if we could succeed to change the way we learn, the way we look at young people? We might live in a world where everybody can feel equally important, and we might live in a world where everyone can find belonging, in a Shoka world where everybody can be a change maker. And this is exactly what we're doing with Kickfair. We're doing this by combining street football with a very comprehensive educational concept, create a framework to accompany young people where they feel and experience, I have a talent. The methodology that we are using is a special form of play. It's a smaller field. It's always in mixed teams, boys, girls, older, younger. There are no referees. There are 2 dialogue zones. So the teams come together before each game into the dialogue zone and they discuss the rules they want to play according to. Also fair play rules. Then they play. Then they go back to the dialogue zones and they reflect on how this worked, how they obeyed to the rules, where they did, where they didn't, why. Did I have fun? Was it good for me? How was it for you? It wasn't good for you, why? How can we do better next time that everybody feels good, comfortable, and finds belonging in what we're doing together? We implement that into the DNA of schools, so this really becomes the new normal. We built a youth organizing team that is responsible for Kickfair implementation with the school teachers at the respective school. And the kids play a very significant role in that. How can we transform this overall educational system to make it easier for every single school? We become part of networks and communities that do the political work with us. There are Ashoka fellows like Margaret Rosfeld and Schule im Aufbruch that bring this mindset that's also behind Kickfair into the political discussion. This way of working with kids as change makers.